What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down STEFON Diggs' press release, okay? So we're going to be talking about this release he runs when he's got to run a slant against this kind of inside shade DB, pressed up, maybe going to get hands, maybe going to be patient. So we're going to talk about what you guys can do to get him to turn his hips and get him off that platform, okay? But also, fellas, if you guys want a full 45-minute long video on 20 different press releases, we're covering one press release today, but on 20 different press releases that you can use to improve your game, check out that very first link in the description. It's a 45-minute long video with each release broken down with specific game examples and specific drills to improve that release and the situations you want to use that release. So if you guys want some more information on this, see how you get signed up for this, check out that very first link in the description. Again, 45-minute long video. Let's get started with this breakdown. So we're going to be looking at this kind of like diamond release variation here from Diggs. We're going to be talking about what makes this DB turn his hips, okay? So now, diamond release is where you attack like on a 45-degree angle outside of this DB to try to force him to turn his hips and run towards the sideline to make him think vertical, right? That's always the number one goal out of anything that we do as receivers. We want to make this DB think one thing and we do the other, right? It's all about deception. It's all about setups, right? So you see when Diggs, he comes off the line, he's very patient at first because this DB, right, he's kind of in this gray area where kind of in this catch technique, we got maybe a yard to work of space. So he kind of gives him this little step back, little patient release. All he's doing right here is gathering info on this DB. Is he going to shoot hands? Is he going to lunge at him? Or is he just going to sit right back right here and be patient? And when we get a read on this DB and we know exactly what he's going to be doing and he's watching those hips and he's staying disciplined, I know I got him because all I got to do is make sure that it's believable to the direction that I'm trying to sell. So obviously I'm trying to sell like I'm just going to be real patient and try to beat him to the outside with speed. So I got to be able to go from 0 to 100. That's what a lot of people don't understand when they do any kind of patient release. They'll be nice and slow right here, then they'll be slow into the break, and this DB's all over him. So we got to be patient, and then we got to burst. And we see how he explodes up off of this little like split release right here. Nice and patient, split release, gets a read on this DB, and he bursts up vertical, 1, 2, 3, and he snaps this thing off. Now, the thing that gets this DB to turn his hips is that speed off of the line, right? A lot of people, I've heard people ask me like, oh, what's the certain yardage a DB is going to turn his hips? Oh, well, this DB isn't going to turn his hips until he's at a certain point. If you make him believe it with eyes, speed, and body language, that's what's going to move this guy off that platform. That's going to get him to turn his hips, and then I could just slip right back underneath. Now, a great thing that Diggs does right here is when he comes off to this split release and he kind of freezes this guy, gets a read, when he bursts up to the outside here, there's like no chance that this guy's going to be able to get hands from his position. He uses a great job of this range, right? He's in a range to where this DB's got to either turn with him, or if he's going to get hands, he's got to address him and come off that block. And if he dresses him, comes off that block, I know he's going to be off balance because he's going to be lunging at me, right? So this is a great way to set a trap, especially if you're a smaller guy. You're not the biggest receiver. You're not the guy who's going to be real physical. Using range like this is how you guys get separation. People ask me all the time, hey, what do you mean by when you say use range? This is exactly what I mean. Stay in that range where we force that DB to make a decision. He's either got to run with us or he's got to either shuffle with us, or what he's got to do is he's got to address us and get hands. So great job using this split diamond release here from Diggs to get some separation. So he's patient, get a read on this DB, see that he's not shooting hands. Let's burst up and be fast. That explosion to the outside, you selling fade with your body language. You see how his hips and his shoulders are both committed to this fade. Eyes, shoulders, hips, and speed. That's what will get you separation every single time on a diamond release. Just be ready to fight his hand, be ready to fight his left hand in this case so you can get back up onto this route. Now, when I get him to turn his hips, what do I got to do right here? I got to use that break point and use that explosion to really drive me out of this. So I got to continue to pump my arms, got to continue to accelerate, to widen the distance with this DB and keep the separation. A lot of people can get separation, right? But not a lot of people can keep separation. So make sure that that's not an issue you have. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. So nice and patient, comes to the split release, burst up, and let's accelerate back up. Great tempo change. Great job using that release by Diggs. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please leave those in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you guys want a 45-minute long video with 20 different releases, just like the one we discovered today, or talked about today, and specific drills to work those releases and the game situations that you want to use those releases against, what coverage, what type of DB, check out that very first link in the description. Hope we get you guys on that soon. I'll see you guys next time.